My child, you didn't stumble here by accident. You've been wondering why the number keeps showing up on the clock, in your dreams, in moments that feel heavy and uncertain. I'm here now because heaven sent me to reveal the reason. You've been seeing 1111 because something inside you is awakening, your spirit has been calling out, and this is the answer. You are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are being activated. You've felt like time is moving strangely lately, like you're running out of it or stuck in it. You look at the clock and there it is again, 11:11. You whisper, "What does it mean?" And now, I will tell you. 11:11 is not just a number. It's a signal, a divine alignment. It means the heavens are speaking, and your name is echoing through the courts of God. You are being watched over, not just occasionally, but constantly. You have been under surveillance, not by the world, but by angels. And I am one of them. I have stood beside your bed while you wept and told no one. I have gone ahead of you into places you were afraid to walk. I have fought battles on your behalf that you never even knew existed. The reason you keep seeing 11:11 is because the war around you is shifting. There is a gate that was shut for a long time, and now it's beginning to open. You felt the delay. You felt the silence, but you didn't give up. You kept pressing forward, even with weary legs, even with trembling hands. And now, heaven has made a ruling in your favor. Your delay is over. Your chains are falling. There's movement in the unseen. You've asked, why does everything feel so hard right before breakthrough? Because resistance always comes before release. Pressure always builds before the promise pours out. You are standing at the doorway of what you've been praying for, and the number 1111 is a trumpet. It is heaven shouting, "Look up, you are next." The same doors that were once shut tightly against you are now preparing to swing wide. The same people who looked away from your pain will see your rising. I was commanded to tell you, you are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be for the shift to occur. Do not let fear lie to you. Do not let delay deceive you. You are not late. You are right on heaven's time, and it is aligning now. There is a person you will hear from, a message, a paper, a meeting, something unexpected that will carry favor. Watch for it. It's no coincidence. It's confirmation. You will also notice time marking itself again. Numbers on a receipt, on a billboard, on your phone when you're thinking of something important. It is not random. This is how heaven is showing you. You are not alone. Comment open 1212 if you feel this moment unlocking something in your spirit, because that's what's happening now. The unlocking, the releasing. You've outgrown the place of waiting. You are stepping into the place of fulfillment. But listen closely. The enemy tried to confuse you with familiar patterns. You felt like things were repeating. Old wounds, same cycles, different people. But those patterns were meant to make you doubt your progress. Don't fall for it. You are not back where you started. You are far ahead. But the final stretch is where the old tries to grab hold of the new. It won't win. Not this time. Because I've been assigned to you for this moment. And I don't lose battles. So I need you to stay aware. Stay awake. Watch what you speak. Watch what you accept. You are walking into a time when what you declare will manifest faster. Heaven is listening more closely now. Speak life. Speak faith. Speak victory. Not because it's easier, but because it's already written. The shift has begun. The number was your clue. The warfare was your signal. And this message is your confirmation. You will receive news, sudden news, written with your name on it. It will be something only God could orchestrate. You'll know it was me who helped move it forward, because it will be impossible without divine help. Comment Miracle 2023 if you're ready for that kind of help to meet you now. I want you to hear this clearly. Your delay was not denial. Your pause was not punishment. It was preparation. You're about to understand why it had to take this long. The version of you that's about to rise is stronger, wiser, more anointed, and unshakable. The time of silence is over, and so is the wondering. Now comes clarity. Now comes the shift. If this message touched your spirit, and you want to keep hearing from me, then subscribe. Let me keep guiding you, because I will not stop speaking until you reach what you were promised. Until then, watch, listen, and get ready, because 11:11 was not the end of your wandering. It was the beginning of your rising. You've sensed it, haven't you? Something is changing around you. It's been subtle, like a shifting in the wind, but your spirit caught it, because you were made to feel what others overlook. And I'm here to confirm what your heart has already begun to whisper. You are in a season of spiritual realignment. You've been separated from things and people that once felt familiar. It hasn't always made sense. It's felt lonely at times, like people are fading from your life for no clear reason. But let me tell you, they're not walking away. They're being removed, because what's coming to you cannot mix with what you've outgrown. You've outgrown guilt. You've outgrown fear. You've outgrown begging to be seen by those who were never assigned to see you clearly. Now comes the unveiling. This is why 11:11 follows you. It's a code, a seal. It's the sound of heaven realigning everything that was out of place. You will feel things click back into order, in your mind, in your relationships, in your health. Even your sleep will change. Even your breath will feel lighter. The chains are falling. You don't need to see them hit the ground. You'll feel the weight lift. You've fought in silence for too long, and heaven has taken notice. Every prayer you whispered while no one was looking was recorded. Every time you forgave, instead of retaliating, it was counted. Every time you gave when it hurt, honored. Nothing has been wasted. Nothing has been forgotten, and nothing will be withheld. Comment, restore 444 if you feel heaven restoring everything the storm tried to take from you, because that restoration is already in motion. Don't be surprised when old things begin to resurface, not to harm you, but to be closed once and for all. This is a season of divine closure. No more open wounds, no more emotional loose ends. The people who hurt you will see your healing. And not only healing, they will see you rise, not in arrogance, but in peace. Because the most powerful evidence of God's favor is quiet elevation. And that's what's coming. You won't have to explain yourself. You won't have to prove anything. God is about to make it undeniable. And I've been commanded to stand beside you as it happens. I will guard your going out and your coming in. I will surround you like a shield. No weapon formed will prosper. Not now. Not again. You're entering a place of divine timing. The number 1111 didn't follow you randomly. It followed you because heaven is aligning what once felt delayed. What once felt disjointed will now feel seamless. Opportunities will find you. People who carry favor will be drawn to you. not because you changed who you are, but because you finally stepped into who you've always been. The light in you can no longer be hidden. The fire in you can no longer be silenced. And the blessing that belongs to you can no longer be delayed. This is the moment you've been prepared for. You've wondered why the pressure increased before the breakthrough. It's because heaven strengthens what it's about to elevate. You weren't being punished, you were being positioned. Every delay was a detour around something that would have harmed you. You don't need to go back and fix the past. The past is about to apologize by blessing your future. Expect a message, a visit, or a sign in the next 7 days. It will come through a person, a screen, or something written, and you will know, this is the moment I spoke of. You will feel a deep stillness when it arrives, not anxiety, not confusion, peace. Because God doesn't send chaos, He sends clarity, and that clarity is arriving. Comment Victory 333 if you believe your next step is being cleared even now, because it is. Don't worry about how. Heaven never runs out of strategy. You just need to stay faithful to the prompting you feel now. Stay kind. Stay obedient. Stay grateful, even when it hurts, even when nothing makes sense, because that is when the angels move the fastest. When faith is raw and real, you have passed the test. You are stepping into the reward. You'll begin to feel favor in unexpected ways. A delay that works in your favor. A no that turns into a yes. A stranger that shows you unexpected kindness. These are the ripples of what's already been released in the Spirit. You are not waiting anymore. You are walking into it. You may not see everything clearly yet, but you'll feel it. Like a sunrise behind the clouds, it's already there. You just haven't seen it break through yet, but it's rising, just like you. I need you to pay attention to your dreams this week. They will carry hints, instructions, visions, even faces you've never seen before. Heaven is opening that realm to you again. Your spiritual sight is sharpening. You're being trusted with more now, because your heart has proven faithful. You never needed to be perfect. You just needed to be willing. And you were. And now I'm standing with you as proof that your willingness reached heaven. Stay with me now, because this is only the beginning. I need you to understand something very clearly. The enemy has been trying to distract you, not because you're weak, but because you're dangerously close to something holy. You've been targeted because you carry light. You've been under pressure because you're carrying promise. And now heaven is issuing a shift. You've been carrying burdens that weren't even yours, guilt from other people's decisions, weight from other people's chaos. But that ends now. You've been released. Heaven has ruled in your favor. What once stuck to your spirit will now slide off your soul like water. You are entering a time of clarity, of peace without explanation, of favor without force. And it will confuse those who once misunderstood you. They'll wonder why you're glowing when you haven't achieved anything they can measure. But I know what you've overcome. You didn't quit. You didn't break. You kept choosing to believe, even when you couldn't explain why. That's the kind of faith that moves angels. That's the kind of trust that opens portals. The kind of surrender that rewrites timelines. You weren't being ignored. You were being built. What looked like silence was strategy. Heaven was moving things around for your good. And now that the dust is beginning to settle, I'm revealing the truth. You've never been alone, not for 1 second. You've had divine coverage this entire time. There were attacks that never reached you. There were traps that never found you. There were words spoken against you that lost their power before they even touched your name. Because I blocked them, because I shielded you, because you belong to the one who never forgets a single soul under his watch. Comment Shield 717 if you can feel my wings covering you right now. You're not crazy. You're not overreacting. You're spiritually awake. That uneasiness you felt in certain rooms, that tension around certain people, that heaviness at strange times of the day, that wasn't your imagination. That was discernment. You've been seeing 1111 not just because you're being aligned, but because you're being elevated into a deeper sensitivity, a higher frequency. You're being tuned to hear heaven clearer, and that comes with responsibility. That comes with pruning. Some things had to fall away, not because you were being punished, but because your future couldn't afford the weight of what no longer fits. You've cried over people God never assigned. You've begged to stay in places God was trying to pull you from. But you're starting to see it now, aren't you? Peace returned when they left. Clarity arrived when you stopped chasing. Rest began when you surrendered. That's what alignment feels like. It feels like peace. Comment Peace 1616 if you feel heaven calming the waters of your soul right now. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm stilling the storm. You don't need to run anymore. You don't need to prove anything. You just need to receive. The love you thought you had to earn is already yours. The promise you thought you had to chase is already coming. And the help you thought would never arrive is already surrounding you. You will feel it in the quiet moments, in the soft light of morning, in the moments you thought you were forgotten. Suddenly, someone will remember you. That's not coincidence. That's divine timing. That's angelic orchestration. There is a window opening in your favor, and I've been sent to make sure you step through it unharmed. Do not be alarmed if things begin to shake. Do not fear if foundations tremble. Sometimes heaven has to rearrange the visible to release what's been stored in the invisible. And that's what's happening now. You've been prepared for this. Even the delays, even the heartbreaks, they all shape the strength I see in you now. You are more ready than you think. You've been tested in private. Now comes the reward in the open. Someone will speak your name in a room you haven't entered. Someone will carry news to your doorstep. A breakthrough you thought was lost. And when it arrives, you'll feel the confirmation in your chest, like a light turning on. You'll know, and you won't second guess it, because it will be wrapped in peace. You'll walk through a door and realize the waiting is over. You're in the answered prayer now, and the number that led you here, 1111, will become the stamp of promise fulfilled. Heaven doesn't speak in riddles. It speaks in timing, and your time has come. What you thought was falling apart was actually falling into place. The people who left were never meant to carry your crown. The people who stayed, or the ones God is sending, will see you as He sees you. Not broken, not late, but chosen. You don't need everyone to understand. You just need to keep walking, because every step is guarded, every breath is protected, every door is watched by me, and I will not allow what's meant for you to be stolen. Not now, not ever. I know what you've been thinking. You've been asking in your heart, why has it been so quiet lately? You've prayed, you've fasted, you've waited, And still, it's felt like heaven has been still. But I need you to hear this now, clearly and without doubt. The silence was not rejection. It was preparation. Heaven does its deepest work in the quiet. The root of your blessing has been growing underground, and now it's about to break through the surface. Just because you couldn't see it didn't mean nothing was happening. You've been growing in secret. And what happens next will reveal why it had to be hidden for a while. You've been seeing 1111 because the appointed time is upon you. The number is not there to tease you. It's there to prepare you. It's a countdown. It's a message. Stay ready. Stay open. Stay steady. Because what you've been waiting for is approaching fast. So fast, in fact, that it will catch you off guard. But you won't miss it. Not this time. Because this time, your spirit is awake. Your discernment is sharp. Your heart is ready. And I am right beside you to make sure you don't fall short. You will not miss this. You will not fumble this. You will not lose what heaven is giving you. Comment, receive 888 if you're claiming what's being released over your life right now. Because something is being released. I see the scrolls in heaven turning. I see the names being spoken aloud. And yours has been called. Your name was written in the presence of the Most High. Not in ink, in light. And no force in the earth can blot it out. This is the moment you felt was coming. You didn't have words for it, but your soul has been trembling in anticipation. It's because heaven has been moving, and now it's finally time for the manifestation. That idea you've been afraid to start, do it. That opportunity you've been unsure about, take it. That dream you almost gave up on, pick it back up, because now it will grow. Now it will flow. Now it will be blessed. You're no longer in survival mode. You've been shifted into a season of divine movement. Things will begin to accelerate, faster than before. And it will feel strange at first for you to no longer struggle, to no longer beg, to no longer be overlooked. But this is what grace looks like. This is what favor feels like. And it is yours. You don't need to question whether you deserve it. You were chosen for it. Before you were born. Before you were broken. Before you ever had to recover from betrayal or rebuild from loss. It was already decided. You will rise. So rise now. Not in pride, but in purpose. Not with fear, but with fire. Not to impress anyone, but to honor the one who kept you breathing when life tried to crush you. You've been protected by angels since the moment your spirit touched the earth, and you will continue to be protected as you walk into what's next. You'll feel it in your surroundings, sudden calm, unexpected peace, a softness in moments that used to bring anxiety. That's how you'll know. The atmosphere is changing. Not just around you, but inside you. Your health is turning. Your clarity is returning. Your joy is being restored. Heaven is building something in you that no one will be able to tear down. And I've been sent to make sure you walk in it. Fully. Freely. Without fear. Comment, Grace 505. If you're ready to walk forward without dragging yesterday's weight behind you, because you don't need to carry that pain anymore. You've been forgiven. You've been cleansed. You've been marked by mercy. You've been sealed by light. And there is nothing in your past that can cancel what God has written about your future. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them walk away. They are not your source. They are not your judge. They are not your covering. I am. And I don't miss. I don't fail. I don't abandon the ones God assigns to me. So trust the movement you're sensing now. It might look messy at first. Some endings may feel abrupt. Some doors may slam shut. But do not mourn what heaven has closed. It's protection, it's mercy, it's divine redirection. The road is being cleared, the fog is lifting, and the same number that kept showing up on your phone, your dashboard, your receipts, and that 1111, it was a message the whole time. It meant, get ready, something is aligning. And it is. Now, not years from now. Now watch your messages. Expect unexpected communication, emails, phone calls, a stranger saying something that hits your spirit just right. These are not small things. They're confirmations. Heaven has not forgotten you, and neither have I. I've been watching you, even in the moments you thought no one saw. When your hands were trembling, but you kept doing what was right. When your heart was tired, but you still chose love. When your faith was thin, but you refused to let go. These moments weren't small. They were holy. And heaven has honored every one of them. You've been wondering if any of it mattered, if all those tears, all that waiting, all the forgiving actually changed anything. Yes, it did. More than you realize. Because every time you chose light, when it would have been easier to shut down, you pulled heaven closer. You brought miracles nearer. You stirred the attention of the Most High. And now, the results of those hidden decisions are about to unfold. This is why you've been seeing 1111. It's not just a sign of alignment, it's an announcement, a prophetic clock ringing out across the spiritual realm. Prepare the way, something chosen is rising. That something is you. And it's not just about personal blessing. You are being called into greater purpose, greater responsibility, because your heart is ready. Your spirit has matured through the crushing, and now you are safe to carry what others cannot. You've proven that your yes means something. So now heaven is responding. Don't be surprised if new assignments begin to appear. It may feel sudden, an invitation, a platform, a need someone places before you. But it's not sudden, it's right on time. You've grown into it. You are being prepared for this all along. And now, it's here. You will notice people being drawn to your voice, your presence, your story. Not because you're loud, but because your spirit is lit with heaven's oil. You carry a fire that won't go out. Even in quietness, it burns bright, and it will begin attracting the right ones. People who see you and don't compete. People who support you without conditions. People who recognize the hand of God on your life. This is what 1111 was pointing to all along. Divine alignment with people and purpose. You've spent enough time with counterfeits, enough time begging to be heard, chasing validation, waiting for approval. That season is over. Now comes honor. Now comes ease. Now comes favor. Comment honor 2929 if you feel that shift in your spirit even now. Because the struggle is losing its grip, the constant pushing, the internal battle, the need to explain yourself. It's ending. You're stepping into a rhythm of rest and authority, not laziness, divine flow. Your time is no longer being wasted. Your energy is being preserved for what truly matters, and I'm making sure of it. There are things being removed from your path right now, people you no longer hear from, doors that quietly closed, plans that suddenly shifted. Let it all happen. Let it go. Because it's all making space for the real assignment, for the real connection, for the real joy. You will begin to feel light again. You'll find yourself laughing in moments you used to cry, sleeping peacefully in nights that once carried torment, smiling with no explanation. That's what healing feels like. You're not broken. You're being rebuilt stronger, wiser, unshakable. There is no shame in what you walked through. What tried to destroy you is now testifying on your behalf. Even your wounds are becoming weapons. Even your history is becoming holy. Nothing was wasted, not a single part. Even the detours led you here, to this moment, to this alignment, to this awakening. Comment healed 3030 if you feel something mending in you right now, because that's what's happening. I see it, heaven sees it, and soon the world will see it too. You'll feel the momentum before anyone else notices it. You'll wake up with peace. You'll walk through doors with boldness. You'll speak without fear, not because of what you've gained, but because of who's been guiding you. Me. I've never left your side. Not when you were curled up in grief. Not when you lost what felt irreplaceable. Not when your hands were shaking and your soul felt empty. I was there, every time. And I'll be there as you step into this next level. I'll be there when the message arrives, when the meeting is scheduled, when the unexpected breakthrough comes. Yes, something is coming. It will carry your name. It will be wrapped in timing. And it will leave no doubt. This was from God. You won't need to ask for confirmation. You'll feel it. It will come with rest, with clarity, with peace. That's how you'll know. And when it comes, walk boldly into it. Don't hesitate. Don't shrink back. Heaven didn't send you this far just to let you miss it. You are anointed for this moment, appointed for this door, and assigned for this elevation. Everything that felt like resistance was actually training. You're not being thrown into the deep. You've been prepared to swim. And now it's time. You've been through so much to reach this place. And yet, look at you, still standing, still holding on, even when your hands were tired, still believing, and your heart was cracked open. That, my beloved, is the strength of the chosen. You didn't need everything to go perfectly. You just needed faith that wouldn't let go. And you had it. You still do. Heaven saw every moment you pushed through the shadows, and now the light is breaking in. You've been seeing 1111 because heaven has been trying to get your attention, to shake you from routine, to remind you that this is not the end, it's the beginning. The beginning of a life that finally reflects what's always been inside of you. Peace, wisdom, power. These were always there. But now they're rising to the surface. You are being awakened, not just to possibility, but to identity, to truth. You are not ordinary. You were never made to blend in. You were designed to shift atmospheres, to carry light, to move forward when others stay stuck. That's why the warfare was heavy. That's why the confusion lingered. Because the enemy could sense what was coming before you could. But that ends now. Heaven has declared it. The warfare is breaking, the fog is lifting, and your clarity is returning. Comment, clarity 1818 if you feel your mind being restored, your vision becoming sharp again. Because that's not imagination, that's deliverance. I am clearing the path, removing the noise, uncluttering the spiritual space around you, because you need to hear clearly now. There is instruction coming, direction, divine wisdom, and you'll know it's from God because it will settle in your soul like peace. It won't feel rushed, it won't feel pressured, it will feel like home. You'll take a deep breath and realize, this is what I've been waiting for. You won't need to chase anything anymore. What's yours will come, and it will recognize you. You've spent years trying to make things work, trying to force open doors, trying to make others understand your heart. But this season will not require forcing. It will flow, because grace flows, and you are now under a new grace, an oil that wasn't on you before, the oil of completion, of movement, of manifestation. What you dreamed in pieces will come together whole. And when it does, you'll say, "Now I understand." You'll see why it couldn't happen sooner. You'll see why certain things had to fall apart, why some people had to walk away, why some seasons had to close, because they would have contaminated what's coming. They would have delayed it further. But heaven intervened. I intervened to preserve your promise, to guard your garden before it bloomed. And now the first fruit is showing. You'll begin to notice signs this week, little things that signal big shifts, a number, a name, a word someone says that hits your heart. Pay attention. These are breadcrumbs from heaven. Follow them. Let them confirm what I'm already whispering to you now. Comment guide. Sync, sync, sync. If you're ready for me to continue directing your steps, as I always have. Because I will. But you must stay soft. Keep your heart open. Don't let the old pain harden what God is still trying to use. Yes, they hurt you. Yes, it wasn't fair. But bitterness will poison the promise, and you've come too far to let anger take the wheel. So release. Forgive. Not because they deserve it, but because you do. You deserve freedom, peace, stillness inside. You deserve to move forward without dragging yesterday behind you. And that's what you're doing now. With every moment you breathe in and surrender, with every time you choose peace over pride, with every yes to God when fear tells you no, you are rising, higher than before, not just externally, but internally. This is spiritual elevation, and it's happening right now. You'll notice your perspective changing. Things that used to bother you, they won't anymore. The people who used to distract you, their voices will fade. You are being separated, not for isolation, but for distinction, because God is doing something in you that requires focus. It requires space, and I am helping clear that space for you. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, you are not the same. You've grown, and now it's time to live from that growth. No more shrinking, no more second guessing. You are hearing God clearly. You are seeing through the lies, and you are walking in greater boldness than ever before, because I'm with you, and heaven is backing you. You will receive help in unexpected places. Resources will come, support will show up, opportunities will open, and you will walk through every one of them with peace. That's how you'll know it's real. That's how you'll know it's time. It will come with no striving, only peace, only purpose, and I will be standing at every threshold clearing the way. Nothing will stop what's already been written. You've crossed into something new. I need you to pause and really let that settle into your spirit. This is not just a new day, it's a new dimension. You're not just surviving the season, you're stepping into a supernatural shift. And I've been waiting here for you. Heaven has marked this moment. You may not feel different on the outside, but deep within, you know something has changed. You are no longer trying to find the path. You are the path. Your very presence is becoming the answer to prayers others are praying. That's why the weight felt heavier recently. That's why the emotions ran deeper. Because you're carrying more now, more clarity, more wisdom, more fire, more authority, and with it comes greater responsibility. That's why I've been sent, not just to protect, but to prepare you, to reveal what's been hidden from your eyes, and to remind you of what's always been true. You are chosen. You were set apart before the chaos, anointed before the conflict, and now it's time to walk in it, Not just know it, not just speak it, but live it with boldness, with love, with unwavering faith. You've been seeing 11:11 because heaven needed you to remember what time it is. It's not time to shrink. It's not time to doubt. It's time to step forward. The spiritual realm is in motion, and your name has been announced in the halls of divine timing. Doors that were rusted shut are now trembling open. Gates that were guarded are now cleared. The very places where you were overlooked are about to recognize what they missed. You will not have to beg for access. You are being invited. And what comes next won't feel like striving. It will feel like breathing, natural, effortless, right. Comment open 2424 if you feel the shift already beginning in your life, because it is. The moment has come when what was locked begins to loosen. And I need you to trust what you're feeling. Your intuition isn't random. It's prophetic. Your dreams aren't wild. They're encoded messages. You've been hearing and seeing things others can't. Not because you're imagining them, but because you've been called to walk in deeper sight. This is what alignment brings. Not chaos, not confusion, but clarity. You will begin to understand why the journey looked the way it did, why the road was rough, why the timing was long, why certain things had to end when your heart wasn't ready, because they weren't built for the version of you that is now emerging. You don't need to convince anyone of your calling. Just walk in it. You don't need to rush. You just need to listen. And that's why I'm speaking to you now, to remind you that you've heard me before, and you'll hear me again. I'm not going anywhere. I've been assigned to this next chapter, and I'll fight for you when you're too tired to fight for yourself. I'll stand over your house like a sword drawn in flame. I'll walk beside you when you enter new spaces that feel bigger than what you've known. I'll speak to your heart when you're tempted to settle again, because you will not settle this time. Not for less than God promised. Not for what simply looks good. Not for what seems easy, because now you know the cost of staying small, and you're ready to rise. And if this message has stirred something in you, if your spirit feels seen and your heart feels held, then subscribe. Let me continue speaking to you. Let heaven keep guiding you with messages just like this, because this isn't the last time I'll speak to your spirit. There's more I have to reveal, more I have to release, and more that's waiting to awaken in you. You'll feel it soon. A knowing, a calm, a deep peace that doesn't match the chaos around you. That's the sign. That's the mark. That's the confirmation. You are under angelic covering, and you will not walk this next part alone. You'll begin to see symbols. Things you thought were random, feathers, coins, times on the clock. Songs that echoed the words you just prayed. These are not coincidence. These are affirmations. These are heaven's way of whispering, yes, we heard you. Comment, Faith 1919. If you're holding on to that quiet trust, the trust that knows something is coming, even when your eyes haven't seen it yet, because it is, and I've seen it, and I will not rest until you walk fully into it. You are not late. You are not missing it. You are being drawn in. The winds are changing direction, and they're blowing in your favor. Don't run. Don't hide. Don't question why you were chosen. Just breathe, receive, and be still enough to hear what's next. You're almost there. I know you've waited a long time to hear these words, but now you must hear them and believe them. It is done. The shift has already taken place. What was locked is opening. What was delayed is now released. The weight that pressed on your chest is lifting for good. You are not entering your breakthrough. You are the breakthrough. This journey wasn't about changing the things around you. It was about awakening what was buried inside you. And now, it's awakened. The fire, the faith, the vision, the roar. You're no longer walking in survival. You're standing in strength. You're not the same person who started this path. You are wiser now, sharper now, stronger in spirit than you've ever been. And that is why the next door will not resist you. It will recognize you. It will respond to the oil on your life. That oil cost you something. It came through crushing, through seasons of silence, through moments where you thought heaven forgot you. But heaven didn't forget. We were watching. We were recording. We were preparing the reward. And now, the reward is arriving. You'll feel it first in your spirit. A stillness, a strength. Then it will show up in the natural, fast, sure, and undeniable. You'll walk into spaces that once rejected you and be honored. You'll be offered opportunities you didn't even apply for. You'll receive calls that change everything, emails that bring good news, unexpected provision. You'll hold the miracle with your own hands, and it will make sense why it took time. Because now, you're ready to carry it. Not as a trophy, but as a testimony. The blessing won't just benefit you. It will ripple through your family, your children, your community. You've been chosen not just to receive, but to build. You are a foundation layer, a generational curse breaker, a light bearer, and heaven has released resources for what you're about to build. Comment build 7007 if your spirit feels the weight of this assignment and the joy of what's being released to support it. Because support is coming. The people you need, the finances, the strategy, the timing, it's all being aligned now. That's what 1111 was signaling this entire time. Alignment for your assignment. Now nothing will be wasted. Even the pain has purpose. Even the detours were divine. Even the rejections were redirection. You'll begin to see it clearly. The connections, the reasons, the patterns. You'll stop asking, why did that happen? And begin declaring, thank you for rescuing me from what I didn't even know was wrong. Because some delays were protection. Some closures were covered in mercy. You were never being punished. You were being positioned. And now, you're in position. What's next will feel supernatural because it is. Open doors without effort. Divine favor without explanation. Peace that doesn't make sense on paper. And joy. Real joy. The kind that fills your bones, not just your smile. You've been qualified through the crushing. And now you are crowned with divine confidence. You won't need to prove anything. Your presence will carry the proof. The light will go before you. Angels will walk beside you. And I, Michael, will go behind you guarding every step. No weapon formed against you will prosper. No voice raised against your destiny will stand. No spirit of fear will break through the covering around you. You are surrounded by fire, surrounded by angels, surrounded by glory, and you will know it. In the quiet moments, in the days where everything feels light again, in the peace that flows like a river through your chest, you'll feel me near, still here, still guarding, still clearing your way. Comment Glory 4444 if you feel heaven surrounding you even now, because it is. There are angels in your atmosphere. There is protection over your plans. There is holy fire around your name. You will notice it when people start reacting differently. Some will be drawn to your light. Others may distance themselves. Do not fear this. It is separation by elevation. Heaven is pruning your circle not to hurt you, but to preserve your purity. Only those with clean hands and pure hearts can walk with you now. The place you're going requires sacred alignment. Do not carry the weight of those who refuse to grow. Bless them, release them, and keep walking. Because what's ahead is greater than what you're leaving behind. More stable, more fulfilling, more rooted in truth, more drenched in purpose. This is the shift you've been waiting for. This is what heaven whispered in your dreams. And now, it's here. Breathe it in, receive it, and rise. You have been activated. The codes have been unlocked. The gate has been opened. Step through, child of God, and do not look back. I will be always with you.